When you log on to Nusuk, it'll look like this. You got the welcome back. This is for accounts that are verified. So those who are not verified, you might not see it like this. It's quite normal. Once your account is verified, it'll look something like this, and you can activate your e-wallets. Obviously, everyone's e-wallet may be different to mine. I haven't uploaded any money into there, but for those who have uploaded money, this will show onto there and how much they've uploaded in Saudi Riyal. So please keep that in mind. When purchasing packages, it'll all be done in Saudi Riyal and buying it with the Riyal price. So even when you're uploading money, just keep in mind that you'll need to look at the conversion rate. So do your research accordingly. With the banks, have a look at that. Make sure that you're able to go through that process. So the package price when you convert it to AUD might come to around 13, 14,000, but keep in mind there is transfer fees that can come to around 1,000 or so. So please keep that in mind as well. And then on the left here, you will have your preferred package. For those who haven't selected a preferred package on the left here, it'll have probably a category that you might have selected recently. But then once you click on this packages on the top here, then you'll be able to select a package that you would like. So this is the basic of what everyone's account should look like. I'll go for the packages first, and I'll show you exactly for those who are wondering how to top up money. We'll do that at the end, inshallah. But for the packages, we click on the top here. A lot of people ask questions on how do I see packages. So this says packages on the top here, or you can click on that, or there's a little card here and you can go view all packages. So there's a few ways that you can get there, and that is one of them. Once you go view all packages, you'll see here, and you scroll down to the bottom, it has here 303 items. So Nusuk did say there is much more to come. So this can reach around 500 to 600 more packages. So there's going to be a lot of choices to choose from. But at the moment, there's around 300 on the system. And they have a little filter here as well. If you want to look at, you go down the side here, whichever category you want to look for. Okay, after that, you can look at the category type, public or custom. And then the hotels, it's all listed there as well. And then if you want proximity to the Haram, Mina camps, what's those service providers. So our one's the Zero Group Holding. And then you can change it from days as well and prices as well. They can all be customized through this filter. So it's quite handy there. The easiest way to see our packages that we'll be offering from Australia and New Zealand, and also for our brothers and sisters in Fiji as well, they can also purchase these packages as well. We've made it available for them, is by searching HSR. So simple HSR. Once you write that in, and then you press the search button, then it'll straight away come up with the packages that we have available at the moment. Available as in just available for viewing at Nusuk. And what we have available from Australia is these ones at the most. The HSR Gold 2, HSR Comfort 22 Nights, which is our most cheapest one. And then we have a HSR Platinum Plus. Okay, these three are available. There's a little good handy trick that they've added onto it. See, there's a little compare button here. So if you press compare, and you can put around 3 packages onto them. And once you do all that, you can add up to 4, sorry. Once you do that, you just press compare, and then it will bring up a summarization of all those packages, the name of it, okay, and it gives you the group, the provider for them, the starting price. Now, the starting price, this is the most base price. So this is from a quad room price, and also it's giving you prices for Muasim camp. Now, if you do pick the Majid Al Cups, can be an increase of 4 to 5,000 Riyal. So keep that in mind. So this is just the base price for a Muasim camp and also a quad room. Under that gives you the category. So as we spoke about categories before, we have the premium, shifting, standard, luxury. Obviously, shifting means that in Mecca al-Mukarramah, you'll be changing to 2 different hotels. Gives you days, durations, how many days it's been planned for, how long it's going to go for. For example, this one's 19 days. Then you have the Comfort 22 nights. Obviously, 22 nights in Saudi gives you 23 days. And then this will be 11 days. So shorter packages shows you this one longer. Then it has the hotel. So this is your first hotel. So this one, as we said here, it's a shifting package. So that's why it's got here 1, 2, 3. So it's got Mecca Hotel 1, Sheraton, Mecca Hotel 2, Razana, Medina Hotel, View Hotel. So it's got 3. Why? Because this is shifting. If you look over here to the middle column and to the luxury one here, these are just standard packages. So they're not shifting. It's just a normal standard and normal luxury. That's why if you look at the column down here, it'll have 1 Mecca hotel for both of them. Second Mecca hotel says not included. Why? Because this is not a shifting package. This is just a non-shifting package, a standard one. And then in Medina, you'll have your hotel, obviously for the luxury package, the Marden Hotel. Now, if we look over here for Mecca Hotel, here it says Radana Al Rawda, Radana Al Rawda. It says 4-star. This hotel is not actually a 4-star, it's a 5-star hotel. You can actually look it up on booking.com as well. It's a very good hotel too. So it's actually a 4-star hotel instead of 1. The reason why they've given it 1 is to make the price more affordable and in that standard category. That's why the prices are a bit more affordable compared to last year. They've just lowered the star ratings for these ones. Same thing with Sheraton. It's given a 5, but it's actually a 5-star hotel as well. They've given a 4-star to make it more affordable. So you can look up these things as well online and check them out. So obviously this room one, this gold 2, this will be starting in Mecca, close to Masjid al-Haram, so Sheraton Hotel. Then go to a hotel that's in the Azizia district, which is close to Jamarat, and then you'll have Medina at the end. Okay, so this is just a bit of a compare that you can do with them all. And it says here, available flights from your country. So it even gives you if it's available from your country. So these ones, it says yes, 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 which means that these have flights from Melbourne, either Melbourne, Sydney, or Brisbane, are available flights for these packages. So we'll just go back to the view packages again. Again, like I said, as basic as typing HSR and then search, and then you'll be able to see the packages that we'll be offering this year. Let's just go into, for the sake of it, we'll just look at one of these. Now, another thing that you should note here is on this section here, it has the preferred. So this means how many people have put a love heart. So if I say there's a love heart that I put there, it's my preferred one. I could remove it. I can add it as look. So it's 229. Once I remove it, it goes down to 228. Okay. So this doesn't mean this many people are going to buy this package. This just means that they've just hearted it because you could add up to, I think it was 5 packages as your love hearts. You can put them in your favorite section. What this does is, I will show you now. So I've just put a heart on all these packages. If I go over here to my packages, so if I click on my name on the top here and go my packages, then it just gives me a quick, a brief ones that I'm looking at, ones that I want to go for. So I've just hearted 3 of these packages here and I can see them easily. Now, this will come in handy for when that package that you might be going for, that you're aiming for, may not be available. For example, you want to go for this HSR Platinum, you're about to buy, you go to the end and it says, for example, camp quota is full or hotel availability is full. Then you quickly come here and you can configure your second or third option. So this part is a very key part as well. Make sure you heart your packages, ones that you're looking at that you're interested in. Okay, and then once I've configured a package, it'll appear on this top part here. Because I haven't configured a package, I'll show it a bit later. Once I configure a package, it'll all appear here. So just for the sake of it, we're going to configure a package from the start to the end of it. So we'll go the HSR Platinum again. So it's a public package. These means that you can buy this package from a GDS, which is custom flight options, which I'll show a bit later. So this has quite a lot of people who have preferred this, as in they've put it into their favorite sections on their account. So once you go view details, the package will open up like this, okay? And it'll have some pictures of the hotel. You can see all images and you can see they're much more clearer as well. Doesn't really give you too much information here. Don't have to look at that. But as long as you read these, everything that it explains here, it goes to the dates and it goes here, where's the start from? So this package is obviously, it says here, Marden Hotel, check-in 21 May. So this first starts in Medina, 3 nights, and then from there you transfer to your Mecca hotel, which is the Sheraton Hotel. Again, this is 8 nights in, sorry, this is Hyatt Regency, not Sheraton, it says Hyatt Regency. This one is very close to the King Fahd gates, about a minute to 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, so about a minute walking. You'll be able to enter the gates of the Haram. So it's very close to them, and it gives you those details. You can look at view services to go into more detail and go into them each one by one. Then it has here package services, what's included. Now, all of our packages as HSR, we all include the Mecca tour and Medina tour. So this means that your far distance ziyaras that are done by bus, So, Uhud, Qiblatain, Masjid al-Quba, Khandaq, and so forth. These are going to be included with your guide. The ziyarats will be done, where your guide will explain these things to you. And also your near distance ziyarats, which are the ones that are around the proximity of Masjid al-Nabawi. This can be Masjid al-Ghamam, Masjid Abu Bakr, Masjid Umar, Masjid Ali, Jannat al-Baqi as well. These are all included. And then same thing in Mecca, full tour in Mecca as well. So the near distance ziyarats, the birthplace of Prophet ﷺ, Jannatul Mu'alla, Masjid al-Raya, Masjid al-Shajra, Masjid Jinn, for example, and also your far distance ziyarats that are done by Mount Thawir, Mount Hira, Arafat, and so forth. Arafat, Muzdalifah, Mina, that will be done during the Hajj days, obviously. But then the other ziyarats, they're also included as well. It's a full inclusive package with all the HSR ones. This is all included. So your tour is included for all of them. You might want to look at that. When looking at other package options, make sure you look at what's included, what's in the package. Obviously, your visa, accommodation, air travel. We're going to get to the air travel now. It says it's air travel has a dollar sign here, which means that it's available for a fee, which we'll get to that a bit later on. And it has other things that can be included as well. Once we get to the bottom here, this is a part that I'd recommend everyone to read very carefully to know that they are buying this package from the Nusuk Hajj platform to make sure that they go through these terms and conditions according to them. And it has here the full refund, when it will be provided by, partial refund, and definitely no refund. So it says here, definitely after this date, which is the 18th of April, 2026, there is definitely no refund. So it says here 0 refunds will be provided. So make sure you look at that carefully, and then has here partial refunds, and read through that and go through that accordingly. Of course, bookings for your flights, it always comes down to the airline availability. So maybe Nusuk might give 100% refund here within 72 hours, but the airline, depends who it's from, they might not give the same. So make sure you read through them very carefully, and to know that they charge a 2.3% when you're trying to refund it back from your wallet back into your own personal account, your bank account. They will they'll charge a 2.3%. So make sure you read through that carefully and go through that. And again, so just go through all that. And also Nusuk has their own terms and conditions page as well separately, which I recommend to read through that as well. This is their support. This is Mawasim support email. If anything needed from them, you can also contact them, or you can contact us as well. Now, to configure a package, once you've scrolled down all the way down, it has here configure package. You press configure package, and it'll take you to your camp selection. Now, I do believe only on premium and luxury categories, it gives you the option of selecting Majid al-Qabs and al-Muasim. However, for standard packages, it only gives you the option of selecting al-Muasim. Okay, so keep that in mind. They've added very nice videos here as well, so it gives you a little bit of a tour on them as well of the what's available there. Same thing for Muasim as well. Little video there as well. Everyone can watch that in their own time. So they've gone into a lot of detail showing exactly what to expect. Now, the main difference between these two, yes, in Majid al-Qabs, the camp facilities are much better as well, less quota, so it's less people. And obviously the facilities will be better as well. When you need to go to have a shower or anything like that, it will be better facilities, and there'll be more as well because there's much less quota and you don't have to wait as long as you would for the Al-Muasim. So keep that in mind. Now, the big difference is the distance of walking. Now, Majid al-Qabs is very close to Jamarat, so it's around a 5 minutes walking distance to Jamarat. And then Al-Muasim, it does take around 40 to 45 minutes, depending on how you're walking as well. So it is quite of a distance between the two. So keep that in mind. Also, Majid al-Qabs, so if you select this Majid al-Qabs in the luxury category, that means that from your hotel, you'll be taken from your hotel to Majid al-Qabs by bus, and then from your camp to Arafat will be by train. From Arafat to Muzdalifah would be by train, and then from Muzdalifah to Jamarat again will be by train. So most of this journey is done by train for those who select the Majid al-Qabs. As you can see, the price difference does make a big difference there too. So there is view distance as well, view details. And it does say here it only has a accommodation rate of 5,000 pilgrims, which is very little compared to the rest of the quota. In fact, let's have a look here. says here 44,000. So they've separated 44,000 for Muasim and 5,000 for Majra Cubs. So there is a big difference there. The rest of the quota is for the special packages, which is, the Kadana towers and so forth. They're more in the VIP categories, hotels, packages. So let's say we select here Majra Cubs for sake of selecting. We'll select Majra Cubs for our camp selection. After we've understood that, go down here and we press next. As you can see, it's adding to your list here. It's already starting to build up your shopping cart. Then it says here to pick rooms. Now, according to how many people are on your account, you will need to keep plussing this. So because I'm only one person on my account, I can only make this one. I can make it one in a double, or I can make it one in a triple, or I can make it one in a quad. So what this means is, it doesn't mean that I'm buying this whole quad room for myself, or I'm buying this whole double or shared or triple room. It means that I'm buying one bed in that room. So if I buy one bed in here in a quad room, I'll be staying with three other brothers. So if I'm a male, I'll be staying with brothers. Sisters will be with sisters. Okay, so they'll do their segregation accordingly. Now, important to note that if you are a family of 2, 3, 4, 5, how many, you will need to keep pressing this plus button accordingly. And then once you do that, let's say if you're a couple going together, husband and wife, and you make this two in a quad room, then what that means is that the husband will be with three other brothers in a room, and the wife will be with three other sisters in a room. So it'll be separated. They wouldn't put two couples into the same room. Okay. We're receiving a lot of questions like that. So please make that clear that they wouldn't put two couples into the same room. They'll completely separate you. They'll put the males in one side and the females in one side. However, if you are a family of four and you make this quad room 4, then this room is just for you. You will be reserving that whole room just for you. Same way, if you're a couple of 2 and you want to go for the double room, obviously double room, as you can see, the price difference does make a big difference between the two. You will make this double 2, then that room will just be for you. Same thing, if you're 3 people and you make the triple room 3, then the room will just be for you. Okay. Sometimes in some packages, when I make this one on the quad room, I can't, it doesn't do it automatically here. So please keep that in mind. A lot of people get to this stage and they can't get through to the next side because it says that, I'll show you, for example, once I press next, comes up with this area that hasn't been filled or room selection isn't complete. So that's why you got to make sure you fill them all in. Some packages even allow you to, for example, oh, there you go. See, so I don't have to. For example, I can go a quad room in Mecca because it's more expensive, but in Medina, there's not too much of a price difference. I might want to stay in a double room in Medina. I can just minus that and then add that here, and I can make it a double room in Medina. Okay, so I'm staying in a quad room in Mecca and a double room in Medina. This is possible as well, or vice versa. I can do that double in Mecca and then quad room in Medina. Okay, so it does give you much more flexibility this year, that with the options of choosing flights and packages and camps. But for the sake of it, I'm just going to pick the quad room option and then go down. And as you can see here, it's already started to add up the packages, and it's obviously including the VAT, which is the taxes as well, is also included as well. Once you go next, it'll bring you to additional services. Now, if you do require a wheelchair, it's for free. You can press yes or no. You can add it on or not. And then the Adahi hasn't, it's not going to be done through the system. It wasn't done like that last year. So Mawasim collects the payments separately. But you're also welcome to do your own, finding your own provider as well to cut your kurbani. That's totally up to you. However, Mawasim will be offering a separate service for that, which will be done outside the platform later on. Then you press next if you don't want any additional services, or if you want, you can add it on to it. Once you go next, it does get a bit slow after this point. Come to the flights sections. So I can see here that this HSR Platinum Plus is the one that I'm on, has flights from Melbourne to Medina and then Jeddah to Melbourne. And then I can go view more details, and it tells me here it's Qatar Airways on the way there, and on the way back again, it's Qatar Airways. Has me the wait time. So it gives you more details about the flight. This is a group booking flight. Now, we would recommend this as your first option because on the time of sales, we've experienced in the past couple of years that group bookings, they are the most safest option. Reason being is because if I select this, it's ready, it's already in my cart, and I press next, and I'll go and I'll configure my package. However, if I don't select this and I go for the custom flight option, what happens here is you might go onto this, you might find flights from wherever it is, I don't know, Pakistani, India, or Turkey, you might find flights from there. But then on the day of sale, you will need to go back and reconfigure the flights at that moment. And now, when doing that, obviously flights do change from day to day and from time to time. So you might be looking at, it might say 10,000 Real now, but on that day of sale might be 12,000, might be 15,000. So please prepare accordingly when doing those GDS options. We do recommend for a fast and easy checkout, group flight options are the best option to go for. But if you're limited and you need to go for another option, then this one, the custom flight option, would be your next one to go for. You'll go select flights. Now, when you go select flights, it'll give you a range of options to go for. It'll give you a range of options to go for, and then you'll select your city here. So there's a round trip and also a multi-city, so you can change it around. You can make this, for example, we'll make this Melbourne, and then you can make the entry Jeddah, or we can do this one Medina, and then from exit from Jeddah, and then we'll go Melbourne. Again, doesn't have to be like this, can be whatever city you want. You can try it around, you can play around with this, not a problem. It all make it gives you 21 May, so would recommend doing one day before because the package will be on that day. You'll go search flight for one travel, obviously, because I'm one person in the account. Now, this doesn't work best the sometimes. I'm just very surprised it actually worked the first time that I tried it now, but sometimes it doesn't work like this. It does take longer. Now, as you can already see, the prices are quite a big difference compared to our group booking. They're already 12,000. This is the cheapest one, which I think is Malaysian Airlines. However, Etihad and, as you can see, Qatar up to 16,000 Real. However, our one on our group booking that's already there, I think it's around 10,000 Real. So there's a big price difference there. As we said, do recommend going for that group flight option for a more safer and quicker checkout. But let's just say we're going to go for this Malaysian Airlines. Again, so sometimes it doesn't allow you to select it. You'll just need to try and try again. We'll go select this Etihad Airways flight for now. Once you select that, it'll come to the part where it'll ask for your details. You'll have a look at that. Once you confirm it, then you'll go to the next area. Once you progress through that, it should be saving your flights. And now sometimes this does work, sometimes it doesn't work. And it looks like it's going to be working this time. Now, again, this is not buying. I haven't bought anything. It's just configuring a package. So it said to me here, if you look here, flights, my flights that I chose, custom flights, comes to 12,000. Okay. If I chose my group booking, so I go previous. If I go previous page, I can change that and I go for select my group booking flights, come down, and the total for the group booking flights, writes it here, comes to 10,907, so forth. Okay, so that is the option there. As I said, for your custom ones, you will need to keep reconfiguring it. It wouldn't stay in your cart because obviously airline prices are going to keep changing. It's a bit unpredictable. However, with the group flight one, it's already there. It's a set price and it won't change. Then we'll come to your transportation. Now, there is only one option you can choose here. As you can see, private cars, that won't show that. You'll just choose a bus, which is quick, short ride. So if you land in Medina, it's just going to be a Medina bus from Medina Airport straight to your hotel, which takes around 10 to 15 minutes. And then after that, from your Mecca hotel to the airport, again, it's all done by bus. Okay, there's no train between there. It's all done by bus. And you just select that. Once you select your buses, this is already included. So for packages, the platinum premium category packages and the luxury category packages are all train. So between Medina and Mecca, they will be organized as train. All right. The other ones, standard, premium shifting, and luxury shifting, they will be the standard bus transport between the cities. So keep that in mind. And once I select that, I go next and I'll come to my final thing where it'll tell me to review the package and it'll give me a breakdown, a little itinerary overview where I'll see all the packages with the prices and the which hotels, check-in dates, shows it there, checkouts, Major Cups I selected, my flights, again, I can look at the details further, and then the package options and what's included, cancellation policy. Now, whatever this total price it says here, now because I'm only one person, it only gives me a one person price. But if you're two people, three people, four people, this will be times two, times three, times four. So if you're seeing at the end of the package, I've had people ask me saying that it's why is the package so expensive? It's because it calculates according to how many people are on your account. So if you have three people registered on your account, it will give you a three-person price. It won't give you a one person like mine. It'll be three times this amount. Once you go through that, and it has here e-wallet balance. Now, according to your money, whatever package you're going for, you will need to upload money according to that. So if it says 50,500, then we recommend at least 1,000 real extra to go for. So maybe 51,000 to have extra in this e-wallet balance. I press save configuration, and then it'll come up here on my left here, as I can see, HSR Plus, Luxury, 11 nights, Majara Cubs, and this is how much it's going to cost. So I'm going to get this e-wallet amount to whatever this says. I'm going to bring the total up to that or a little bit more. Now, as I had mentioned before, when you're selecting your packages and you make them your favorites, normally should appear here as one package chosen as my preferred, but it hasn't come up. Normally this should package, so this Platinum Plus should be appearing here and the other ones will appear on the bottom. Okay, so that's how it'll come to. That's how you configure a package quite simply. Now, if you do want to go and look at another package and configure another package, you will always need to empty your cart. You cannot configure a package while there is already a package in your cart. It will not allow you that. So go empty cart, and then it'll empty that from there. And then I can go to view all packages again. Once I go view all packages, again, I can have a look at any package I want and we can go through the system once more. Okay, but I'm not going to do that again. But so that's pretty much how to configure your package. All right, so going through that, inshallah, it's recorded. We'll put the recording on YouTube and you can have a look at that later. So these are our Sierra group holding packages that we'll be supporting from here, inshallah, with flights added and included in most of them. Now with top up, I will share this one here. Now top ups, this is from last year, but it's pretty much similar, exact same. So once you come to the top up part and you've activated your e-wallet, on the section where it writes here, top up, you click on this bottom here. So top up. Once this opens, it'll give you three options. Now, one of these options cannot work. So this cash collection, even if you try it, it's not going to work. It's not going to open up. They do not have cash collections for Australia. The other options you have is either credit card, which credit card is also a debit card or a MasterCard can be used. So it has your Visa card as well. This can be used too. So it's not just specifically, as we know, as a credit card, can be used for a debit or Visa as well, or a bank transfer. And it gives you a little bit of a warning here. It says, know that it can take up to 10 business days for this transfer to go through. So it can take quite a long time. So if we're getting closer to that package purchase period and you haven't uploaded your money, definitely will not recommend to go for the bank transfer because it can take quite a long time. And you'll just go through the instructions. This is the account that you'll be transferring to, the name, SWIFT code, address. Everyone has a unique IBAN number. and everyone will be separately. You can do this individually. However, when you go credit card, quite simple. You will type in an amount here. Okay. Once you type in the amounts, we recommend just to test it. If you haven't already tested, we recommend just doing a testing fee of around 200 real. So if you go for the credit card option, it'll automatically ask you how much you're going to top up. Just for the sake of it, let's say we say 10 and we press the agree box here, and then we press the next button in that area. Once you do that, it'll take you to a screen where it'll ask you to upload money according to the package that you might be going for. Now, for there, I'm not going to go into it because it gets into a bit more personal details it asks for. But you'll go through and you select the credit card option. Note that it does charge us fees, and it'll ask for your billing address. So whoever's card you're charging it from, whether it's yours or whether it's a family member's, make sure that you put their details on the package so that it'll get charged accordingly. So you put their details, their first name, the state, the city, postcode, address, just filling it. Quite simple details to fill in. Credit card. So you'll put your card number, expiry date, card holder name. Once you fill that in your CVC, press pay now. But please do inform the bank before you do this, because we have seen a lot of people unable to do it because they haven't informed the bank before, gets rejected. And if you get rejected the first time, it's pretty difficult to fix it up later on. So I do recommend inform your banks before going through that process. So once you fill in your home address and so forth, this will be the next page that comes up. Number, expiry date, card holder's name, and CVV code. Pay now, and then that will go through. Within seconds, if you do choose the credit card or debit card option, it does go through quite quickly. And then once that there, here in your e-wallet, you will see the amount that you have topped up. And it'll appear there. Now, as we said before, so before the package purchasing begins, your money will need to be fully topped up and ready before that time has started. Now, there is a little bit of a link that we've created, which I have shared in the group as well. This is our own hisarhajwebsite.com. You are able to see packages as Hisar that we'll be offering. If you don't select any countries, it'll just show you all of our packages around the world that we have. So, South Korea, Turkey, Japan, all over Europe. So it has all of the purchase cities and everything's listed there with all flight information as well. However, to make it easier, if you go to the filter here on the left and you pick Australia, it'll show you the packages that we'll have from Australia. Now, not all of them are uploaded onto Nusuk. We are aware they're not all uploaded onto Nusuk. However, in time, they'll be added on. So please be aware the system will not open until all packages are on the system. So Nusuk only opens up for purchasing once everything is complete and the system is completely updated. It is still going through the updating phase. It is not complete. Please give that some more time. So these will be the packages that we'll be offering from Australia. Has your flight options there with cities, Melbourne, Sydney, and then with these packages, Sydney for this Gold 1 package, Melbourne and Sydney. And these packages will furthermore be uploaded onto Nusuk. Most of these packages are on there. So this Gold 2 is currently on Nusuk. HSR Comfort is currently on Nusuk. And also this Platinum Plus is currently on Nusuk. Still to come is the HSR Platinum Shifting, the HSR Gold Plus, which was on there, but then they had to take it off and change a few things. They're going to add it back on again. And our 8-night Medina package, they are still to come. They will still be uploaded and they'll be updated. And if you want to go into more detail, you can even select your city. So if you want to go from Sydney, these are the packages that are available from Sydney. You want to go from Melbourne, these are the packages available from Melbourne, and it gives you a breakdown of flights as well that you can go for. Okay, so this is basically the platform and how it works and what stage we're at the moment. Again, we are still waiting for the system to fully be active and available. Package purchasing has not begun at the moment, so please give it time. Once the system is fully updated, we always inform through our group and sending information what to do next, what's going on. At the moment, nothing to do. You can just view the packages, you can configure packages, play around, see what suits you. If you're going to do a custom fly option, have a look at that. go around, choose different options. So that's the only thing you can do now. You cannot buy packages. Packages are not available for purchasing at the moment.